Material Andy. And yeah, man. So you saw the title. Hopefully the mics are working. I really hope so, or else this is going to be a very interesting video and I'll have to reshoot it. But hey, guys, it is August 11th of 2025 or August. Wow, you can tell I'm going to work, right? April, right? 11th of 2025. Of course, I'm messing up already, but hey, guys, I wanted to do this video because I want you to walk to work with me today. But I thought we'd do something a little different. This playlist that we're doing here, this whole always forward, never backwards, guys. This is gonna be more of a personal one of explaining to you who I am instead of just listening to the characters that are voice Mandy and myself, Andy. Guys, I really want you to get to know me on a different level. I am really excited to do this little video here because honestly, I have a lot of history. I've been in Hanover, Pennsylvania, guys, in case you're wondering who I am. My name is Andy. This is Raw Material Andy. I am almost 37 years old, and I have been in Hanover for almost 28 years of my life. And it's a long one. So I have a lot of history here. Now, guys, I'm going to tell you some personal stories on this one. We're going to really get into some pretty interesting stuff on this playlist. You're going to get to know me as a person instead of as characters or as whatever. And yes, these characters are very real. But guys, I'm really excited for this one. So here's what we're going to do. I got to go here in a minute. I'm pretty dang sure it is that time, and it is. So, all right, guys, here's what's going to happen here. I am going to give me a minute. Let me get this situated here because we're going to have a lot of fun with this. All right, guys. So before I leave, as always, I gotta make sure, that I read my little sayings here. But all right, guys, here we go. Of course, let's check out that awesome thing. And of course, here we are, guys. Hey, Bud Stein, wherever you at, buddy. I love you. And guys, here we go out the door. Really excited for this video, guys. And make sure that's on. And guys, check out my front door. All right, let's go. Hopefully I get my getting some packages today in the mail. Hopefully everything is working out pretty good. Okay, it's looking good. All right, guys, let's do this thing. All right, guys. So first and foremost, I want to tell you on the street from my house, one of the really cool things is there's a cemetery, Mount Olive Cemetery. And one of these days we might just venture down into that thing. But yes, guys, I am walking to work. You're walking to work with me today, dude. Now, guys, do not be surprised if I, stop and check out flowers or if I check out trees or stuff like that, because that is one thing about Raw Material Andy and myself that I love is I love trees and stuff. Now, guys, I will try to keep up with the chat. But hey, guys, welcome to Hanover, Pennsylvania. Hopefully my mic is working. That is something I am testing out too, is I want to see how the mic works outside. People probably think I'm crazy walking down the street holding one to my, my face. But hey, this is the YouTube life, guys. So, guys, this park right here, it's called Tree Park. Very cool. We're gonna try not to get hit by a car. That would be an interesting little video. And it would be a great last one. But let's try not to do that because I'd like to do more. But yeah, guys. So let me get you on camera. So, guys, hey, welcome to Raw Material Andy. Hey there, Sasuke. If I'm getting that wrong, I'm sorry. But hey, welcome, like and subscribe, guys. So hey, man, it's Friday, fucking Friday, finally. And guys, I'm gonna be real with it being Friday. Of course, it was payday today, which is great. Whatever. Bills are paid already anyway this month. But guys, check out them. We're gonna have a good time on this one. So hey guys, so Raw Material Andy, I'm gonna try to not talk about the channel too much because what I would like to do, guys, is I would love to take you on an adventure. I said some Andy lore, as it were. Lore, of course, that's gonna sound so dumb through the mic. But hey guys, thank you for being here. But guys, I'm gonna keep you ahead most of the time. That way I can pay attention and show you some awesome stuff. So guys, like I said, I am in Hanover, Pennsylvania. Give a comment down in the below. Where are you from? How long have you lived where you're at? Like I said, guys, I've been in Hanover for about 27 years, man. I lived in quite a bit of places here, which you're going to find out here in a little bit. But yeah, guys, I mean, I love nature. I love stuff like that. We're going to hopefully, like I said, my mic is actually working. And hopefully the background sound ain't, overpowering it too much. But yeah, guys, as you can tell, it's a very busy day on the streets. Cars everywhere. Gotta love that crap. But yeah, guys. So here, let's start it off with a little bit of flowers, man. Check that out. Very cool. But yeah, guys. I appreciate you being here on this little stream. So this one here is going to be interesting, guys. I'm going to give you some history about myself, like, about who I am. So here we go. Of course, I'm Andy Schaefer. You know, I'm from Hanover, Pennsylvania. Now, I've already told you guys that. Now, however, what you don't know is I actually was born in York, Pennsylvania, York Memorial Hospital. May 31st. Let's go. Coming up. Look at them trees, guys. I love them pink little hanging trees, kind of like a deal there. Yeah, guys, I love that. But yeah, guys, I was born in York, PA. Moved to Hanover when I was rather young. Lived in New York for about like what 2-3 years or so. Check that out, man. People decorate. Check that out real quick. Yeah. Easter right around the corner. Sorry, guys. Yeah, but happy Easter to you all if you do celebrate it. I don't, but yeah, guys, I've been in this town for a long time, and I'm gonna be honest with you, dude. It's a lot of fun sometimes. But when you're younger, what are you recording on? Dude, I am recording on a cell phone. I got to get a new one, and if the mics are working, which I'm guessing they are, there's these little mics, man, that I hooked up. I'm gonna probably do a tech video on them and explain them because I really do like them, and it's pretty freaking cool, man. It's a nice day out, guys. A little chilly, but hey, not bad. But yeah, guys, like I said, when it comes to Hanover, Pennsylvania, what are we known for? I mean, I don't know if you guys know anything about Hanover, Pennsylvania, but here, let me help you out. If you know anything about Utz potato chips or Utz or whatever, we have a town dispute about how to pronounce that word. It's UTZ. But we make potato chips, man. Hanover is known mainly for snacks, for a snack company. We are a snack town, literally. We have Snyder's pretzels. If you guys know anything about that. If you do, you probably ate the honey and mustard pretzels that I used to clean and actually help make those on the line here in one of the factories here in Abbottstown. Very cool stuff, guys. Very cool stuff. So I know a lot about PA, guys. I mean, about Hanover in general. We're going to come up on some of my own history here soon, guys. This is going to be insane. Now, guys, I'm going to tell you right now, this video is going to get a little personal. There's a lot of things that happen to you when you live in a town for a long, long time. You know what I mean? And, it's not always good. And it's not always bad. But, man, sometimes it can be interesting. Some of the events you deal with in life leave scars. And some of them, man, there's just stuff you can never forget. And that's what a town is. A town is not just a place you live. It's the memories you have in it, too. And that's why it's so hard for some people to leave their home, to actually venture out sometimes, because it's like, man, you've been there for so long. I've been here for like at least 27 years guaranteed all my life, like pretty much in Hanover. I lived in Alaska for about 2.5 years. I am going to be doing a video on that, trust me. I've gotten some comments about Alaska, so maybe one of these future Always Forward, Never Backwards, we will get into that. What's up, buddy? Hey, Andy, how you doing? Have a good day, guy. Yeah, that's one thing. People, man. I love when you, I was talking to my coworker about this one day. Like how you say hi to people and they acknowledge that you said hi to them, but they say nothing. And then, so I just started having a conversation with myself. I just reply for them. I love voices and all that. But guys, what is Always Forward, Never Backwards always about? Like I said, it's going to be a more personal playlist for you guys. I always thought to myself, the saying itself, always forward, never backwards. We got to go backwards sometimes. I'm sure a lot of you reminisce, think about things that happened in the past, think about things that are going to happen in the future. But the present always seems to escape us sometimes. You know what I mean? With work all the time, with like having to do all this crazy stuff that we don't really get a moment to actually take time to think about what you've done in life and think about like the crazy shit you go through. Now, guys, this little building here in Hanover used to be called the Yellow Schoolhouse Building for obvious reasons. Turned into a bunch of apartments. A lot of buildings like that around Hanover. A lot of your towns probably do that, where there's a big old factory or there's some kind of, abandoned building and they gut it out and they, turn it into apartments. That's a basic thing nowadays. mean, almost 8 billion people in the world. Think about that. And what's awesome about that too, guys, is that you're here on Raw Material Andy. Thank you so much. Yeah, walking down the street on my way to work, guys. I love walking. We're walking here. Sorry, I had to do it. And I know some of you might even know the references. I was thinking Rick and Morty, but let's be real. Which is coming back on May 25th. I'm going to be doing a Rick and Morty video here soon. I would like to maybe throw my perspective out to Rick and Morty, you know? But yeah, guys, sometimes you got to go back into the past in order to move forward. That's one thing about always forward, never backwards that I like, is there's multiple meanings behind it. And yeah, man, having a good time walking to work, guys. Thank you. Thank you for joining me, too, taking out your own time. You guys have no idea how valuable time can be sometimes, especially when you share it with someone, you know? It's so appreciated, guys. Check out this church. Yes, I have a huge fondness also for the architecture of churches and stuff like that. You know, bell towers, all that good stuff, guys. We got some flowers going on here. Of course, man, we love them flowers, dude. Guys, let me elaborate on that a little bit. Always Forward, Never Backwards is also going to include some videos about my family, about my great-grandmother, my grandmother. Guys, that's where my love of nature and flowers really come from. And my grandmother, maybe not so much, but man, my great-grandma and my mom, fucking for sure, dude. Beautiful church, beautiful architecture. I really like it. Very cool. Of course, if you guys know what the cross with the purple is all about, you know. But all right, guys. So look, man, we're going to try not to get me documented on getting murdered by a vehicle. That would be very cool, right? All right, guys. So, yeah, of course, I don't know if you guys deal with streetlights in your town, but they really freaking suck. And I'm just going to go because, I don't want to wait here. Anyway, guys, sorry about that little flip on the screen there. All right, guys. So, look, we're going to start a little history lesson of Andy lore here. Guys, I'm going to be real. We're about to get personal here. That's what this playlist is all about. Like I said, I want you guys to actually, talk to the mic, Andy. Actually get to know me a little bit more on here because like I said, if you watch all the playlists, if you've seen what's going on, you know about the voice, you know about me, guys. And I'm going to be real, man. Very nice day, Andy. Very nice day for a Raw Material, Andy. Check out that church, bro. And guys, listen, it is going off right now. I don't know if you guys can hear that because of the mic, but dude, that is some coincidence right there, guys. Like I said, guys, I love the architecture of churches. I've always had a thing for that. And any post office, guys, definitely watch where you're going because, dude, our post office, man, you will get wrecked, my guy. But yeah, guys, we are walking down the streets of Hanover, Pennsylvania right now. You are walking down the streets with Raw Material Andy. Badass, dude. Love it. Guys, there's a lot of history in this town, too. One thing that's pretty interesting is we are not too far away from the Gettysburg battlefield. That house right there, guys, that red one, personal, but I don't know if any of you ever walked in on your best friend and your girlfriend doing some coitus-like action, if you all know what I mean. But that house is a reminder of that for me. But you know what, guys? You move on from shit like that, right? And then you find people who are 10 times better. But guys, here we go with some history here. Now, there's an apartment coming up right here. That white apartment right there. Now, when I was a kid, when I was like, fuck, man, maybe even a baby, maybe 2, 3 years old, I used to live on the apartment up there, this white building here. I used to live on the 3rd floor. Years later, me and my sister Steph, Louise, and my father Andrew, of course, lived on the bottom floor, which is the number 117. Now, guys, that number, if you're on my playlist, is very relevant. So I grew up in that house, right up there on that corner, right up there, 3rd floor. And then my nephew and stuff, I got to take him to his first day of school from that place. I remember in this park here. Sorry, guys, I remember I have a mic. But yeah, I got to take my nephew to his first day of school from that apartment there. If you keep going down there, there's a Royal Farms. This here, guys, they call it Wirt Park. We used to call it Commandment Park, and I'll show you why in a minute. Recently, they just gutted out all the equipment, and they put in new stuff. But guys, I grew up here with my friends, a bunch of us, man, all in black with a stereo, smoking some weed, having a good time. You know, yeah, man. I grew up in this park, but that's why they call it Commandment Park. I don't know if you guys can see that, but that house right there, that house right there, guys, is a very important house. My niece Nyla, actually was pretty much conceived. Um, well, born while we were in this house right there. And not only that, guys, I also found my sobriety from drugs in that house. Very big deal on that, guys. You know, the stuff I'm going to tell you here is interesting stuff because I love it. Now, this street here coming down the way is Poplar Street. Of course, you got Susie Suds down the way. You got Hammer Home, but this street is very important too, guys, because my sister Steph and of course, you know, not my niece Nyla and my nephew Luis live down there in a yellow house, man, with a nice little garage. Man, if they see this, of course, Steph, I love you, man. Luis and Nyla are proud of you as always because Uncle fucking loves you. You guys are amazing kids, man. I tell you what, guys, kids will change your life. It doesn't matter if they're your own or your siblings, man. They just do something to you that just makes you want to be a better fucking person. And if it wasn't for those two, shit, can't even say we'd be walking down the street right now, guys. And that's personal, but it's real. And that's what this playlist is all about. Always forward, never backwards. But we are going backwards so you guys can learn about me moving forward. The house right there, guys. 217. I'm going to mention a couple names here, too, that I'd probably, you know, whatever. But I was friends with a dude named Jeremiah. I don't really know what to say about that, guys. Other than the fact that, you know, things happen. But that was the last place I saw my friend Sadie as well. Sadie, man, I love you to death. If you see this, you're awesome. I'm proud of you. Hope you and your daughter Morgan, of course, are always doing well. Always doing well and staying safe. And guys, seriously, stay safe. But all right, guys. So this here, Mexican store here, pretty nice, man. I tell you what, man, I've gotten some pretty nice stuff out of there. Now that house right there, guys, that yellow one over across the way there. My Aunt Holly, cousin Scotty, Bambi, and Amanda used to live up there. Sorry, guys, I figured I'd let that bumblebee go by real quick. Really loud guy. But we used to live up in that, she used to live up on the third floor there, that balcony, guys. Remember hanging out there, used to play up in the attic with my cousins and shit like that, man. You go down the railroads here, guys. That's the Hanover Shoe Building, that big red building back there. Again, turning apartments. My grandmother, Nadine, worked in there. Granny Nadine. Now, guys, this here, a lot of history in this area, so keep up with me here. This used to be known as M&J Surplus. Now, that Jeremiah guy I was talking about, he was dating a girl named Ashley, whose dad actually used to own this at one time. It turned into a merchandiser. Very cool. Now, guys, this street coming up, it's called Pine Street. All right. This street here, you know, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I had a lot of bad history on this street. Let's be real. It was good, but you got to understand sometimes places you live. But I lived in a house down the way here, and I found out that a best friend of mine from Alaska named Isabella passed away in that house. So that one is a scar that hurts pretty bad. You know, eventually, oh, look, check out these fucking flowers, guys. Gorgeous, right? Gorgeous. That house right there, guys, here in the corner. That right there. I had a good friend a long time ago. I mentioned two friends here, Isabella and Rob. Rob used to live in that house. We used to call him Red. Man, I miss that guy every fucking day, dude. He was such a good human being. Like, the two people I just mentioned, Isabella and Rob, they were two of the most amazing people I ever knew in my life, you know? And when your friends go, you know, when they die or whatever, or, you know, when they just, it's hard to take sometimes. And you always remember them for, like, the good things that they've done. Rob was a good dude. Solid dude. Wild as shit. Solid fucking dude. He's the guy that would give you the shirt off your back. You know, would hold the door for you and shit. But he would talk some shit. But, man, he was awesome. Fucking redhead, chubby dude. Like I said, I say this a lot, and here we go again. I know, theory channels. But, man, Sam from GT Live and Ash remind me of these two people that I very much loved and miss in life. which is probably why I love the channel so much. So go subscribe to GT Live. And yeah, here's Andy again on Raw Material Andy talking about theory channels. Yeah. Hey, we're doing some lore right now, some Andy lore. So if I don't mention the theory channels, that's a big disgrace, my guys. Speaking of which, if you guys like Style Theory, go subscribe to that for Amy. If you guys like Food Theory, man, go subscribe to that for Santi. And Forrest Lee, I forgot his name was Forrest on Film Theory, buddy. It's hard for me not to think it's Forrest Gump. Not making fun of everybody because I love Lee to death. So go like and subscribe to Film Theory. And of course, last but not least, guys, go give a like and subscribe to Tom over there on GT Live while we check out this fucking awesome tree. I'm not being sponsored by any of these people either, guys. They don't even know me in real life. I just really love their channel. I love the knowledge that they spread, and they're fucking hilarious, and they're just good people. Anyway, let's move on from that. Look at this fucking tree, guys. Now, yeah, we love the trees, Andy, with the flowers on them. Fucking amazing guy. Now, check it out, dude. Let's get a little close-up on that guy. Anyway, guys, as you can tell, I'm kind of a very interesting person. Now, like I said, I've lived here for a long time, guys. Man, it's great. So, guys, you want to throw some likes up in there? Maybe spread the word about Raw Material Andy. Subscribe would be awesome. If you're on the channel lately, it's been a little slow because of things I've been trying to do, production. I want to fix it. Look at that tree. I love tree, man. I don't know. Anyway, guys, you know what? Let's talk about that a little bit. Where does my love of trees and flowers and all that come from? Because I'm sure some people will have some things to say, But, guys, like I said, back in the day, my great-grandmother, my mom, and all them, they love flowers. Man. And I don't know. I just got it from them. And, this shit is beautiful, man. But, yeah, this place right here used to be known as Newcomb's. I used to come down here when I was a kid. And buy candy and shit like that. Like, I'm talking like a kid. I'd walk down these railroad tracks. Dude, this intersection is the most shit intersection I've ever seen in my life. You know what I mean? Like, you think your roundabouts suck, dude? Avoid this if you can. It's almost hard to. And check out some of these little purple flowers here, man. Yeah. We love that. Sorry, guys. Excuse me. All right, guys, so this is 3rd Street that I'm on right now. I grew up on this road. I know these tracks. I know a good bit about this area, actually, for the most part. A lot of it's changed since I was a child. Like, this building here has always consistently been here, but, man, the things it's been through the years, shit. Look at this fucking beautiful church, though. Yeah, guys, I have a thing for church architecture, like I said. Guys, I really appreciate you jumping on this video with me and, going through some lore. I know that's weird. But guys, I wanted to get more personal on this channel a little bit more. Because like I said, you guys endure, voice. And also Mandy, who's been popping up. And myself. And, you guys, you don't really know a lot about us. So it's that time, I think, almost at the 2-year point of the channel to maybe get that going. This thing, man, it's freaking beautiful, guys. That bell tower. Yeah, look at the arches, man. They got some really nice stained glass windows in here. I got some lit up. I might put them up in a short so you guys can check them out. But yeah, guys, like I said, I've been in this town for a long, long time, and I love it. I can't say I love it, but I do think it's interesting. Now, guys, I see something every day when I'm walking to work, and I don't know if you guys know anything about angelic numbers or not. But 222. Now, if you look that up, and it kind of explains to you that you're on the right path, right? That any ambitions and stuff you have, they're going to come true, but it's always work. And work is what it is, guys. You got to work at anything you do in life nowadays. Even with the YouTube channel, trust me, it's crazy. But yeah, guys, I'm definitely stoked to be here today. And I'm really happy you guys jumped on. We got a little piece of lore coming up. That's interesting because it's kind of where it all began, I'll talk about fractures in people's lives. You know how you get fractured and things happen? Well, some of these places, that's what it is. Yeah. Do not smoke, guys. It's not good for you. Anyway, so Again, we're on 3rd Street. Let's just say, guys, getting here successfully without getting hit by a car, that's pretty freaking cool. I mean, look at these flowers. They're a little, but hey, who cares? They're fucking beautiful, right? We're going to try to cross the street here. Yeah. Yeah, this ought to be good, Andy. Dude, I am so appreciative of everybody that is here. Oh, buddy, you haven't been talking much on these ones. Well, Andy, I've been trying to get gold situated, man. Pokemon Gold, dude. Oh, buddy, we're going to be finishing that. All right, guys, so let's cross the street here. No, let's not. Not yet. But guys, thank you for being here. Like I said, like and subscribe. 8 billion people in the world, and you are here. Yeah, guys, I know this is a weird one. Probably, but like I said, I've been wanting to do a lot more with the channel other than just throwing you guys videos that are jokes all the time and me and the voice just talking crap. Like, I wanted to get a little bit more personal this year around with the whole raw material Andy, and I'm glad that I did. Guys, like I said, I am very appreciative of it. I don't really like crossing the street sometimes. Why did the chicken cross the road? It didn't even fucking make it across the road, guy. That's the answer right there. Scooped it up and took it to Popeyes. This is exactly what the fuck happened. Stupid. But yeah, guys, I'm on my way to work. I'm standing at this road just waiting to cross it. Like, it's funny how impatient you get about getting to work because I don't want to be there. I don't want to fucking go. Right? And I'm sure some of my coworkers might see this, and I'm sure they are just saying the same thing as me. Like, why can't I just stay at home? Why can't I enjoy the beautiful necessities that I pay for every day and don't get to really enjoy because I spend half of my time in a building that I don't even own. I don't even own, bro. Don't pay rent to it. Nothing. Well, you probably do. But anyway, guys, so, like I said, I appreciate you coming on. I hope the mics came out good. I hope you guys had a wonderful time with this little lore trip I just took you on. Guys, like I said, I want people to get to know me a little bit more on this thing. And, always forward, never backwards, guys. It's a saying that has been really, really hitting me lately. Like I said, man, 117 out of nowhere. Yeah, check this out, guys. Some more little plants. Hopefully people don't think I'm too crazy. These people always have beautiful plants. They always do. But as far as raw material Andy, guys, what we're doing with it, what it is, I'm just having a good time with it, guys. That is pretty much what I'm doing. I am trying to have a good time with it. Like I said, I'm trying to get you guys to know a little bit more about me other than just, like I said, the videos I do and stuff. And I love the videos I do. And hopefully you guys like and subscribe and go check some of that out for real. But, hey, guys, it gets to that point where, fucking duty calls and you got to go to work. So, guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to work in here. I got about 7-8 hours to do, possibly, who knows. And I'm going to try to do my best, because that's all you can do, right, guys? You just try to do your best and just try to have a safe day, stay safe, man. And as always, guys, you already know here at Raw Material Andy that, we are all about like love and laughter. So hopefully you have some of that today. Hopefully, whatever you have going on, whatever goal you got going on or whatever you want to finish, you do. Because I'm going to go in here and I'm going to fucking destroy this place, hopefully. And I don't mean in like a sense where I'm going to get taken to prison. I mean, like I'm going to work really good. If I should put it like that in the first place. But some of my coworkers are like, oh, yeah, dude, look, man, we don't need no fucking safety classes because you want to walk in here like a crazy person, okay, dude? You're walking down the street talking in the mic in different voices, guy. What the fuck you doing, man? Let's kick ass at work, dude. But anyway, guys. But yeah, guys, let me give you a little idea of where I work here. It's one of the buildings. There's the other building. I can't show you too much. There it is. There's a symbol. No, I'm not being sponsored, but they do pay me. So I guess in a weird way, But all right, guys. Hey, I'm going to get off here, man. I got to go into work, and I'm sure some of you might be, or some of you have to today. But hey, guys, as we always say here on Raw Material, man, if you weren't told today, you are loved, you are beautiful, and you are amazing, and just have a good time. But guys, as we always say, protect your kid, spread love and laughter, and remember, always forward, never backwards, guys. I love you, and can't wait to see you in the next one. No, buddy.